Hi students, today in this video we'll look at LAN2104 Vocational English 3, the second written assessment test. Here is one practice paper for the test, and on the left hand side we've got the question paper, and on the right hand side we've got the answer book. Let's have a look at the question book first. And here, situation. You are Candy Zhang, Executive Officer at Sunshine Shopping Mall. Recently, the number of complaints about the facilities in the shopping mall has been increasing. The CEO has asked you to send an email based on her notes to the managers to inform them of her preferred solution. She also wants you to give explanations to the colleagues and get the suggestions from them. Write the email in 170 to 200 words. Actually, this time you're going to write an email on behalf of someone, on behalf of your supervisor, the CEO, and then write an email to the managers. Here we've got the CEO's notes and situation. Need to improve customer satisfaction level in 3 months, and the problem is here increasing number of complaints about the facilities of the mall. And in brackets, 40 facilities. 40 is an adjective that means something something breaks down often, okay, occasionally. And here, possible solutions. We've got 3 possible solutions or 3 options this time. One more than the one we have in the assignment. For these 3 options, like the first one, arrange more regular maintenance on facilities. Remember, arrange is a verb, okay, is a verb here. And here, with the take here is pros, okay, the advantage or the benefits of it. Okay, identify the possible problems quickly is a verb here as well. Identify. Actually, identify, that means I find out something, okay, find out something. And across here is cons, okay, bad points or drawback here. Arrangement, column, not visible, okay. Visible as an adjective, arrangement as a noun, okay. And then right arrow, and then affect manpower planning seriously, okay. Affect is a verb again. For the second option, conduct full-scale improvement work. Is a verb here, conduct, okay, conduct means carry out, okay, to do something, to do some full-scale improvement work. And one drawback only, need too much time and budget. For the third option, carry out, here, carry out, we use them together as a verb. That means to do something, to conduct something. Carry out small-scale replacement work, okay, to replace something, to replace those 40 facilities. And we got 2 benefits here and 1 drawback here. First one, the first benefit, plan. Plan is a verb. This plan, it means, okay, carrying out a small scale replacement work. Maintain is a verb. Maintenance means keep, okay, to keep something. The normal operation of the mall. Operation, that means running something, okay. Because if you do a small-scale replacement work, this plan could maintain the normal operation of the mall, so it won't be disturbed too much. For the second benefit, effectiveness high. Effectiveness is a noun, that means how effective it is, and high is an adjective. And the right arrow, and then useful is an adjective. Useful in improving the situation. Okay, this time here, useful refers to this option, okay. For the drawback, okay, problem of tight schedule. Problem is a noun, okay, is a noun. So, among these 3 options, the CEO's preference is option 3. Actually, you can guess the correct preference, actually. This one with 2 benefits and 1 drawback only. So this one should be the one that the CEO prefers. Unlike like option 1, okay, 1 tick and 1 cross. Okay, option 2, just 1 cross. So definitely option 3 is the preferred option. And for the second last point, suggestions, okay, you are going to write some suggestions from the CEO to ask the recipient, that is the managers, hold a meeting and then discuss the preferred option in detail. Last but not least, to do some follow-up, okay, follow-up action. Send an action plan to the general manager by next Monday. Okay. So here is the overview of the question paper. Okay. So basically, you are going to write an email on behalf of your supervisor, in this case, the CEO, to tell the recipients, the managers, the problem with reasons, and then tell them what they need to do or what we need to do, and then describe these 3 options with evaluations, and also indicate the CEO's preference. Okay. After that, you have to make the suggestions on the behalf of the CEO to ask the managers to do something, and also again to do some follow-up action as well. That's everything that you need to do in your answer book. Let's do this paper together. So in your answer book, you've got the email addresses of the sender, that means you, and also the recipients. This time, the recipient is more than one with managers. Okay, dates and time, and also the subject here. So for the very first line, you have to write down dear. Okay, dear. But remember, this time you're sending this email to more than one person, not just one person, more than one person. So managers, okay, the recipients is managers. Dear managers, and then for the first paragraph, you may say, as you may know, you have to, students, you have to describe the problem first, not the situation, the problem first. We are having a problem today, increasing number of complaints about the facilities of the mall. Here, but for this part is a noun phrase. You have to write a proper sentence of it. To save you some time, actually, please refer to the rubrics here. The number of complaints about the facilities in the shopping mall has been increasing. Actually, this slide means more or less the same as this one, the problem here. So you can make use of it. The number of complaints about the facilities in the shopping mall has been increasing. After that, you have to use this prompt. 40 facilities. Here actually is reason why there is an increasing number of complaints. So make use of because or as or since. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, just choose one. Okay, either because or as or since. And then 40 facilities. Actually, you can say there are 40 facilities, or the facilities are 40. And then put a full stop here. After this one, you go back to this one. Situation. Need to improve customer satisfaction level in 3 months. For this one, you may say, in view of this, we need to improve our customer satisfaction level in 3 months. Full stop. Okay, to describe the background information and also the problem we are facing. So here I have highlighted all the important notes in yellow, and the blue one is one of the grammatical testing points in this paper. And after describing the background information and also describing the problem here, you need to state the writing purpose. I am writing to. And actually, you've got two writing purposes this time. First of all, you have to inform the recipients of the CEO's preferred solution. This line. You have to change like them to you, and also her into the CEOs. Okay. Remember, you are writing on behalf of somebody else, okay? The CEOs, okay, not your preferred solution. I'm writing to inform you of the CEO's preferred solution. And then here, she also wants you to give explanations to her. So this one with explanations. I'm writing to inform you of the CEO's preferred solution. With explanations, and second writing purpose is to get suggestions from not them, you. Okay, you. This part. Get suggestions from you. But we don't write it directly. I'm writing to get suggestions from you. I would like to get suggestions from you. And then put a full stop here. That's the end of the first paragraph, okay? So let's take a look at it. Okay. Again, okay, the first paragraph, as you may know, and then describe the problem first, okay, with reason, and then we have to indicate the situation here, what we need to do. Then state the two writing purposes. I'm writing to inform you of the CEO's preferred solution with this person, and would like to get suggestions from you. And then that's the end of the paragraph 1. So moving on to the second paragraph, we're going to describe these three possible solutions to the problem. For the second paragraph, you may write like there are 3 possible solutions. Okay, making use of all the prompts here, like the possible solutions here. There are 3 possible solutions, and the first option is to arrange a more regular maintenance on facilities. So perhaps we may use perhaps we could arrange more regular maintenance on would be a preferred choice on the facilities. And second, this one, to conduct full-scale improvement work. Apart from using this expression, perhaps we could. There's a lot of other expressions, like it might be a good idea to conduct full-scale improvement work. Stop. For the third point, first option, third, comma. Perhaps we could, it might be a good idea to, and perhaps we may use we might consider. But for this one, we might consider, we have to put ing after the verb, right after the verb consider. Consider carrying out small scale replacement work. Okay. Here, again, there are 3 possible solutions, and then first, perhaps we could arrange more regular maintenance on the facility. Second, it might be a good idea to conduct full-scale improvement work. Third, we might consider carrying out small-scale replacement work. So, one small point here on the facility. Okay. So that's the end of paragraph 2. So now let's move on to the 3 options here. And for the very first line of the 3rd paragraph, you may say something like, after evaluating the pros and cons of the 3 options. After evaluating the pros and cons of these 3 options, remember, not you, but the CEO. Okay, the CEO would prefer the 3rd option here. Okay, option 3, carry out small-scale replacement work. But remember, after prefer, we put a carry, okay, with the ing, carrying out small-scale replacement work. And then you have to explain the preference here, but don't jump to the first benefit straight away. You will say because of a few reasons. Okay, because of a few reasons. First reason is the benefits. So first, this one, plan column, maintain the normal operation of the mall, is a noun and is a verb here. So you may write like the plan can or could maintain the normal operation of the mall. Full stop. Put a full stop here first. Here, we just describe the first point of option 3. Actually, it's a benefit. However, we don't write all the points in the original order 1, 2, 3. We have to change the order. After the first point, you have to jump to the last one to talk about the drawback first, and then go back to the last benefit here. In order to show this is the preferred option, you have to rearrange the order. Okay, first benefit, second drawback, and then third benefit. Here we can write besides, comma, besides, or you may use other sources like also, comma, and then in addition, comma. Besides, although. We have to talk about the drawback first. Problem of tight schedule. There are a number of ways to do this, like we have a problem of tight schedule or other expressions. But to keep it simple, you can say there is a problem of our tight schedule, comma. Besides, although there is a problem of the tight schedule, and then go back to the benefit here. Effectiveness high. The effectiveness is high. Full stop. Put a full stop here. And then this one, right arrow, indicates the result here. So you can write it down like therefore, comma. Useful in improving the situation. We're talking about the third option, so it is useful in improving the situation. So For the third paragraph, after evaluating the pros and cons of the three options, and then the CEO, remember, you're writing the email on behalf of someone, okay? On behalf of one of the supervisors. The CEO would prefer something, okay? Remember, here, you need to put ing after the verb here. Okay? Carrying out small-scale replacement work because of a few reasons. First, the plan can or could maintain the normal operation of the mall. Here, grammatical testing points here, or grammatical testing area. The plan can or could maintain the normal operation of the mall. Besides, and then you jump to although the drawback first. Although there is a problem, of the or our tight schedule, the effectiveness is high. Therefore, it is useful in improving the situation. So, for this paragraph, okay, remember, okay, just talk about the preferred option only, okay? Change the order, okay? So, let's move on to the fourth paragraph. We're going to talk about the options that we let go, okay? The options that the CEO won't choose, okay? So, for the fourth paragraph, we will say S4, and we have to decide the order. This time, we will talk about option 1 first. The options with 1 tick and 1 cross first, and then we'll talk about the option with 1 cross only. As for this time, arranging more regular maintenance on the facilities, and then you have to talk about the first benefit first. Identify is a verb, so you may say it can or it could. Identify the possible problems quickly. Put a full stop here first. And then we have to talk about the drawback then. We'll use like however. However, this time is noun and then an adjective. However, the arrangement is not feasible. Full stop. No. However, the arrangement is not feasible. For this one, is particularly tricky. The arrangement is not feasible. Feasible, that means possible, okay? The arrangement is not possible. Arrangement refers to this one, okay? The option here. And then, after this line, this prompts, I affect manpower planning seriously. Actually, this one, this right arrow, indicates reason. The reason. So, you have to put because here. Because it would affect the or our manpower planning seriously. You have to pay attention to the fact that not all right arrow indicates a result or something, or to, in order to. For some of the time, this one could be used to indicate the reason, like this, because it would affect the or our manpower planning seriously. And then we are going to talk about the second option, okay? Moreover, comma, this option is not preferred. Conducting full scale improvement work is not preferred. And then you have to give out the reason. So, because, as, see, either one of it is fine, okay? Either one of this one. Because, as, see, and this one need too much time and budget. Need is a verb here, so we will write like it would need too much time and budget. And then full stop. So for the past paragraph, we have to make use of some discourse marker like as for. As for arranging, remember to put ing form here. Okay, arranging more regular maintenance on the facilities. Okay, some grammar testing point here. It can or it could identify the possible problems quickly. However, the arrangement is not feasible, and then tricky one to report because it would affect the our manpower plan seriously. Moreover, conducting, remember to put ing form here. Conducting full-scale improvement what is not preferred. The last option is not preferred. And then because as I was saying, it would need too much time and budget. That's the end of paragraph 4. So now we are going to the 5th paragraph. For this paragraph, we're going to talk about the suggestion and also the follow action here. So for this paragraph, you will write like in addition. In addition, the CEO. Remember, you are not the one who make the suggestion here. Is the CEO who makes this suggestion. The CEO would like to suggest. And for this one, here, the managers, right? Managers are the recipients of this email. So we won't write managers, but write you this time. We suggest you hold a meeting to discuss. Here, the right arrow indicates a 2 here to discuss the preferred option in detail. Stop. And for the follow-up action, send an action plan to the general manager by next Monday. For this one, we may make use of some authentic workplace English expressions like I would be grateful if you could, to make it sound more polite and indirect. I would be grateful if you could send an action plan to the general manager by next Monday. So for this paragraph, in addition, the CEO would like to suggest, remember, not the managers, but you, because the managers are the recipients. Suggest you hold a meeting to discuss the preferred option in detail. I'll be grateful if you could send an action plan to the general manager by next Monday. So, next paragraph, this will be the last paragraph, the 6th paragraph. I hope the above ideas are useful to you. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Stop. And then proper complimentary close, regards. And then this time, your name of your role this time is candidate. Okay. I suggest you put down the whole name here because you are writing this email on behalf of the CEO, and presumably the recipients, the managers, are your colleagues, and maybe they are your supervisors as well. So I will put down the whole name here, candidate. So this is the whole thing of everything. Okay, you may want to take a look at this. Okay, so this is the possible response to the practice paper we have been looking at. And remember, the yellow highlighted parts are the important notes for you, and the ones highlighted in blue are the ones with the graphical testing points and areas in this particular assessment. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoy watching this video, and see you soon.